I just want to make a point of saying that, at our school, we do not use punishment and we do not use rewards. And the reason is simply because they don't work. Or at least they don't work the way we think they do. It is true, I'm bigger and stronger than most 4-year-olds, so if I really needed to sit in that chair, I could make them do it. But punishment teaches children that those with power get to tell them what to do, which is a fundamentally anti-democratic idea. And it shuts down thought. And rewards are just the flip side of the same coin. They teach children to kiss up to those in power. Turn them into little sycophants or brown-nosers. And anybody who's gone down the rabbit hole of punishments and rewards finding, this is true, and the research is very clear on this. Becomes increasingly, the punishment has to become increasingly severe in order to be effective. First you have to send them to the room for 1 hour, then 2 hours, or, heaven forbid, corporal punishment. And rewards are the same way. You got to give 1 gold star, then 2 gold stars, then 5 gold stars, and it becomes a spiral. We try to rely on what we call natural consequences. I hope a lot of you know what I'm talking about when you say that. A natural consequence. For every behavior, there's a natural consequence. If I hit you, the natural consequence is not that I get punished. The natural consequence is that she's crying, and now I've got to take responsibility for that. And I've got to do something about that. I really learned this lesson. I realize I'm telling a lot of stories about my daughter, but I got to do a lot of learning as a parent, and I'm sure all you did too. She was probably 2 years old, and this wonderful grandma, my wife's mother, had introduced her to Vladimir Horowitz, the great pianist, via video. And she would show her these videos every time she went to visit, and she was just like a Horowitz groupie. She'd go to like Nordstrom where there'd be a pianist playing, and she'd just walk up and say, Horowitz. And the pianist was like, yeah, Horowitz. You watch them. They actually probably did play like him. And so we made the mistake, and I'm going to take credit for this, but I'm not going to blame Jennifer. I thought, what cool parents I'm going to be. There was a pianist coming to town who was being called the new Horowitz. And I bought expensive front row seats for my 3-year-old daughter and us. We sat down, and she was excited, and she's yammering away. And then the show started, and she just kept right on talking. And I'm, shh, I'm going to be quiet. You're disturbing the other people. But she couldn't do it, right? She kept talking. And she's a 3-year-old. She was excited. And I said to her, if you keep talking, you don't get to chew gum for a whole week. Gum was her big thing. That's going to be a punishment. And of course, she just kept yammering away. So we had to leave. And so we got up, we went out, we got on the street. And her first question was, why did we leave? And I said, because you were making so much noise and you were disturbing everybody else. She kind of accepted that. We walked a few steps, and then I remembered, and I turned around and said, by the way, you don't get to chew gum for a whole week. And she just stopped, and she said, why don't I get to chew gum? And I said, because you disturbed the show. That's your punishment. She said, no, we left the show because I was making noise. See, that punishment had no connection to what had happened. And I made the mistake of sticking to that punishment then for the whole week. And that's all we talked about. Several times a day was how mean I was for not letting her chew gum. And she had forgotten all about talking in the audience. No, the natural consequence was that we had to leave the show. And that would have been less than enough had I allowed that to happen. So I want to